Okay, so let's go back into the company manager and see what the damage is. So we now have $242,000. Flown just about over now. Actually, let's see what kind. See if we can. Wait, view pilot flight log. We've done 3 flights now. This one. So this one to San Francisco was 32 minutes. And we got some penalty points for not using the flaps, which I think is kind of dubious because the Bonanza does not have a flap setting in the before takeoff checklist. Beechcraft in particular, at least the Bonanza and the Baron, if I'm correct, don't have to use flaps per se on takeoff. So I kind of have to see if I can turn that off somehow, because some aircraft don't have to, at least a fair few general aviation aircraft and the Fokker 100 do not have to use flaps on takeoff. They can do that flapless. So I think that penalty is a bit unnecessary, if you ask me. It wasn't dangerous per se. Well, anyway, the fuel price has gone up slightly, but I don't think that really matters. Oh yeah, was there anything else I need to talk about? Oh yeah, so when we flew into San Francisco, we didn't make as much money as I thought. Only $3,800, which is a bit of a shame if you ask me, because at the same time it was kind of expected, because if I actually go into, if I go back into the flight log, this one, we used 4 gallons of fuel on this one, and that was about half of our ticket price, a massive chunk of our costs, and the ticket price didn't compensate for that as much. So looks like the Bonanza is, well, like I predicted, is going to be mostly handy when we're gonna fly a few more long haul flights, which is what we're gonna do. So without further ado, let's close the manager. Let's go on our way to Charles M. Schultz Airport in Sonoma. Okay, the people are now boarding. Beacon lights on. Prop max RPM. Gull flaps are open. Make sure full reg. I think I'll actually start her up already. Yep, and she starts. And it's a good start. We can turn on the avionics. Okay, and we are ready to taxi. Park and brake off. Let's get our taxi clearance. We're gonna go for a north departure.
San Francisco ground, Lima Alpha 956 with Yankee. Request taxi for takeoff, north departure. Lima Alpha 956, taxi 2 and hold short of runway 28, flight using taxiway Charlie. Contact tower on 125.15 when ready.
just using taxiway Charlie. I think they said absolutely nothing about how much runway we actually need, so we can do something interesting, which I'm going to show shortly, which is that because we don't need all the runway that's available to us, we can take off from about halfway and still have enough to stop, also to satisfy the FsPassengers system. We're gonna use some flaps. Okay, I think we're gonna use the next one after this holding point. But I think we might have to wait. There's an Airbus on final. Even though he's 6 miles out and we only have to use less than half of the runway. After all, San Francisco is built to facilitate. As I was saying, San Francisco is built to facilitate 747s, so the tiny Bonanza should be able to take off using much less of the available space. So I forgot the semi-transponder standby. Also because since we're gonna have to wait for a bit, let's do our run-up.
Orbit 90281, hold position, caution other traffic. Hold position, orbit 90281. Orbit 90281, continue taxiing. Roger, orbit 90281. Lima Alpha 956, continue taxiing. Roger, Lima Alpha 956.
That's fine. Let's start taxiing again. Okay, let's take off from this holding point. These can now come on. Check my ailerons real quick. I can really see it somewhere though. I don't know why I did that. There goes the orbit. Oh, I think we can get an immediate departure if we're lucky.
121.8 for Pacifica 90273.
San Francisco Tower, Lima Alpha 956 at runway 28 right, ready for takeoff. North, departure.
Lima Alpha 956, cleared for takeoff, runway 28 right, departure to the north approved.
Let's go. So we'll be taking off, maintain runway heading, then turn right towards the north.
Lima Alpha 956,
Oh.
acknowledge last transmission.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 28 right, Lima Alpha 956.
Let's go. Temperatures and pressures are in the green. There we go. Hit the brakes. Gear up.
Gear up.
Flaps up. let's accelerate towards 123 miles an hour. Oh. Just a bit of turbulence, nothing very about. Oh, we just hit a thermal. Okay. Let's tune in to NorCal approach and. Okay. So cruise climb.
Norfolk approach, Lima Delta Niner 56, is type 3 miles northwest of San Francisco 2200. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Orbit 77
Nope,
Niner,
spit.
climb and maintain 17,000. Lima Delta Niner 56, NorCal approach, squawk 7761. Squawk 7761, Lima Delta Niner 56.
Climb and maintain 17,000. Orbit 779er.
Lima Alpha Niner 56, radar contact 4 miles northwest of San Francisco 2900. Cleared to the Bravo airspace. Maintain all navigation. Orbit 779er. Contact NorCal approach on 133.905. Each Niner 43. Contact NorCal departure on 133.905. Cleared to the Bravo airspace.
It's all a mess.
Niner 56.
Doesn't matter.
133.
Let's climb up to about 6,500 feet since we will be westbound for the most part. I just don't have to do anything at all. I love this airplane. It flies so well. It's a shame it doesn't allow for the same cash flow as the 207. But I don't mind. If I'm comfortable flying this plane, I'll take this anytime over the 207. I have no idea what a good cruising speed would be. I'll just lower the nose at 6,500, lower the RPM slightly, and then just accelerate to whatever speed I end up with. Yeah, let's try something like this.
NorCal departure, beach November 90610 Echo, is climbing through 9,200 for 1
Oh my god, it's so much.
November 90610 Echo, NorCal departure, Roger, UNH.
Oh, you actually have to use a higher RPM with this particular airplane. Even then, we use more fuel than the 207, so that's going to be a bit of a bummer. So we're just going to have to use speed to compensate.
NorCal departure.
So now we are at about 150 knots, which is a pretty good cruising speed. Okay, if we're now going to start the climb again, I will just lower. Yeah, just lower the.
Niner 56, you're leaving my airspace. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved. Lima Alpha Niner 56.
Okay, let's tune it back to 1200. There we go. Okay, so now we are at 13.2 gallons per hour. That's still a fair bit of fuel that we're using. Let's see if we can go even further back on the There we go. As long as we don't get detonation. There we go. That's better.
8 o'clock, 2 miles.
There's now we're flying at 160 miles an hour, 140 knots, and 20 inches of manifold pressure. Basically not to let the speed bleed off too much. It's hard to get the sweet spot. This particular. Anyway, we're still doing just fine. And we can close the gull flaps. It should give us a bit more temperature in the engine. I'm pretty much running this plane as lean as I can get away with. Because I want to use as little fuel as possible to save on the fuel costs. Because just like in real life, the fuel costs are our main expense. Real life fuel cost is also the main expense of every single airline. Which is why airplanes are built to be as fuel, these airliners at least, are built to be as fuel efficient as humanly possible. And manufacturers like Airbus are constantly looking for new ways to make new aircraft even more efficient than they already are at the moment. Okay, let's go to the nearest airport. I think we're gonna be there soon. No. We're still flying. We just got into Sonoma Valley. Yep, there's.
Pacifica 6505 Heavy. You are 1 mile east. Turn right heading 060. Climb and maintain 3000. Expect vectors. ILS. Runway.
There's our
right approach.
destination.
Turn right. Santa Rosa Airport information. India 19340. Wind calm. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 15.5. QNH 1013. ILS runway 32. Landing and departure runway 32. VFR aircraft stay direction of flight. All aircraft read back home short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have India.
Santa Rosa Tower, Lima Alpha Niner 56 is 15 miles southeast with India to land. Lima Alpha Niner 56.
Yep, we get the straight in.
Tower, make straight in, runway 32, UNH 1013.
Oh wait, we are already. I think we're already aligned with runway 32.
Make straight in, runway 32, Lima Alpha Niner 56.
Well, here we go. Also, increase the mixture to full rich. Think I just got caught out again by how fast the Bonanza truly is. We are approaching 150 knots. The runway's coming up quick. All flaps are still closed. I think I started my descent way too late. Again. Why do I always have to let this come down to the wire? Now let's expedite our descent so we can actually slow down in time. Oh my god, she's slippery. Okay, we now get a landing clearance, that's good. Schijt toch uit.
Cleared to land, runway 32, Lima Alpha Niner 56.
Okay, let's go to idle. Oh, this is going to be tight. I hate it when this shit happens. Come on. Come on. Okay, let's try side slip. Oh yes. Hurry up! Am I trying to make this? Nah, I'm not gonna make this. Going around.
Going around. Lima Alpha Niner 5-6. Lima Alpha Niner 5-6. Copy. Go around.
Okay, let's... Okay, let's turn crosswind about now. See, there's a mountain range, so let's extend our turn to downwind. Okay, let's keep our cowl flaps open in case we go around. Okay, let's close them for now. So we're now coming up on downwind. And okay, we're now it's underneath VFE, so gear can now come down.
Gear down.
Okay, gun checklist. Gas in both tanks, undercarriage down, mixture full ridge, propeller 2500 RPM.
Lima Alpha Niner 5-6. Cleared to land. Runway 32.
Okay, we've got our landing clearance.
Cleared to land. Runway 32. Lima Alpha Niner 5-6.
Okay, let's trim for 100 miles an hour. Propeller max RPM. Let's turn base in just a second. Let's go. Let's actually see if we can get it down to 100 miles an hour. I can't really. Anyway, let's go to base. We can now start our descend. Okay, gas on both tanks, undercarriage down, mixture full ridge, propeller max RPM. Yeah, no traffic. Turning final. Running lights on. Oh. Okay. Call flaps open in case we go around. They're open. No more configuration changes from now on. A little off center. Correcting that. Throttle to idle. Oh, we're gonna be floating a lot. Bleed the speed off, bleed the speed off, bleed the speed off. Hold this attitude. Oh, this is... Oh, this is hideous. Come on, come on. There we go. And brake.
Lima Alpha Niner 56, exit runway when able.
Just about made it. Oh, we floated all the way down the runway.
Lima Alpha Niner 56, contact ground on 121.9er. 121.9er.
This aircraft is so slippery, which will make things very interesting on...
Santa Rosa ground, Lima Alpha Niner
Final.
56, taxi to parking. Lima Alpha Niner 56, taxi to general aviation parking. Using taxiway Yankee Alpha. Taxiing to general aviation parking.
Use progressive taxi.
Yankee Alpha, Lima Alpha Niner 56.
Ah, there we go. I cannot... I'm still amazed by how early I have to descend in this thing. But if I master this, I think I can... I think it can be very efficient in its own way. We'll see. First, let's make it to our allocated parking area. Parking spot, I should say. Huh? Okay. I'll take this one. And run. Parking brake set. Avionics off. Nav light off. Landing lights off. If you get anything. Oh. Idle. Mixture cut off. Prop idle. There we go. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Land at the scheduled airport. Oh, yeah. Good flight, professionally done. Oh my god. 37 feet per minute. Slang speed was 56 knots. This thing can glide. If I ever was to lose the engine in this airplane, I would have one very efficient glider. What do you mean this plane was a doctor killer? If you fly well, it's a very safe airplane. Anyway, let's look in our There you go. That's more like it. Wait, how long was this flight? No pilot flight log. 39 minutes. This is a trip I should make more often because it's very, very profitable. So there's another airport called Chico Municipal in this area. I think it's a couple of miles to the east of Sacramento. I think that should be a fun flight to do in the future. Anyway, we just did some good business. We made it safely onto the ground. The Bonanza has proven itself to be a very good aircraft for a startup company. And on that note, I'm going to end the video here, guys. Make sure to subscribe for more. And I will see you all in the next video. Whatever that's going to be. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all later.